Tell them about Chato pulling in his driveway. Oh, brother. Do I have a story for you guys?
I've never heard
Thank you.
this.
Thank you for that, Matt. So, I had a bike, Matt had a bike, and one of our other friends had a motorcycle. So it's time for Chato to get one. So we finally, he found one. It was a little bobber that he liked, and we went to go look at it. He liked it. He paid for it, and he had the guy deliver the bike to his house. We went to his house, picked it up. Matt rode it back to my house, and we have a long driveway, so we were like, that's perfect for Charlie to learn how to ride a bike because he's never rode a motorcycle. Well, he's doing good, He's got the basics down. He's kind of going slow. Well, me and one of my other friends, we had to go get gas, and so we left. We went down the road, and Matt took his helmet off and put it up on the road sign. And him and Chato were like, he was just riding beside Chato to make sure that he didn't fall over or whatever, but he was fine. Well, we come back and Chato's helmet or Matt's helmet is gone. This is like I think it was like a $400 helmet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody had just stole it, and so me and one of my friend, we came back, and we didn't know who took it. He told us it was some guy in a truck, whatever. So we wait on the guy to come back, and basically he hands us the helmet back and says, not to leave it up there again. There's people that'll steal it, and we're like, the only person that's going to steal stuff is the person that just stole the helmet. That's just a weird way to teach a lesson. Like, here, I'm going to steal your $400 helmet, so you don't leave it again. Here you go. I mean, whatever. But so it starts getting dark. So we follow Chato home to make sure that he gets home. We're going like 30 in a 45, and we finally get to his road, and he just goes flying by it. Like, he just misses his road completely. And he has to go into somebody else's driveway and turn around. And whenever we were trying to get him turned around, he almost pulls out in front of a car. So I thought he was gonna wreck right then. I thought he was gone. I thought he was gonna get hit. Well, he didn't get hit. So I was relieved. I was like, okay, finally, we're gonna get him up to his driveway, get him home. Don't have to worry about him no more. We're pulling up his terrible driveway. Awful. The worst driveway I've ever been on. It's gravel. It's got 3-foot deep potholes. We finally get up to his house, right? His brother's sitting outside on the porch with his phone just recording. And Chato thinks that he's just, big old macho man. He's got a cool bike, a loud motorcycle. He thinks he's cool, right? He goes to rev up his motorcycle, but he didn't know that you're supposed to pull in the clutch whenever you rev your bike. So he whiskey throttles it. And if you don't know what that is, that's when you throttle it, and then you just you panic and you hold down the throttle. So he's holding down the throttle, going straight to his house. Through his house, he's hanging on, and he jerks it over to the left, and he's just he's off the bike at this point. He's just hanging on. He's Superman in the motorcycle. He goes straight to the ground, right? He goes straight into the ground. I thought he was dead then. He jumps up, dives on the bike, and turns it off. And his mom, man, she was crying. Like, she was so upset. And having a son now, I can see why. But oh man, she said, Dios míos, mi bebé. I was
Yeah, I've never heard that
I
story.
never, I never laughed so hard in my entire life. Like it was rough. It was rough.
So he,
His dad comes out and says, "Is the bike okay?" he says, "Is the bike okay?" And his mom's just crying. She has to go inside
so he
and calm
whiskey
down.
throttled it, and the bike just took off from under him.
Yeah, it took off, and he was going towards his house, but like thankfully he missed it by like that much. Like his house, like he would have ran smack into his house, but he yanked it over to the left and went straight in. He messed up his mom's little flower bed and everything else, but the bike was okay. Yeah. That was his first day. That was his first day riding a motorcycle.